Welcome to This Week in Orthodoxy, the world's only online video newscast focused on events in the life of the Orthodox Church. I'm Emmy Louveris. In news from around the globe this week, we'll focus on the plight of Christianity in the Middle East. First up, cross-denominational Christian leaders met on Capitol Hill on May 7th to show a pledge of solidarity and call to action on behalf of the suffering churches of Egypt, Iraq, and Syria. Our own Father Christopher Metropolis was present to sign the call to action, along with more than 180 Christian leaders, including Father Nathaniel Simeonidis, Father Martin Ritzi, and Dr. Elizabeth Prodromou. The press conference was organized by co-chairs of the bipartisan religious minorities in the Middle East Caucus, Representatives Frank Wolf of Virginia and Ann Eshoo of California. It has become abundantly clear that the brutal extremist campaigns are resulting in the eradication of non-Muslim religious communities, the statement explained, or for those who remain, denying them from having any hope of influence or even basic rights within their society's political, social, or cultural spheres. Among various suggestions, the call to action advocates for a special U.S. envoy to be appointed, in addition to a regional review of U.S. foreign aid to ensure recipients uphold principles of pluralism and religious freedom. The violence, intimidation, and kidnapping of Christians is now commonplace, especially in Iraq and Syria, where even high-ranking church leaders are targets of oppression. More than a year ago, the Greek Orthodox Metropolitan Voulos Yazigi and Syriac Orthodox Archbishop Yohanna Ibrahim of Aleppo, Syria, were kidnapped by extremists. As of this filming, no news has been received of their whereabouts, health, or even their potential safe return. And now a follow-up from the embattled Syrian city of Homs. Displaced resident civilians, having survived 3 years of hunger, bombings, shellings, and evacuations, have now started to return to the shattered city after a truce was reached on Monday. What the war has left them is unrecognizable wreckage of what used to be streets, houses, and businesses. There are, however, some glimmers of hope, discovered in 11 historic Christian churches. According to a recent report in the Lebanese Daily Star, churches were robbed and desecrated by those who previously controlled the region, but a priest reported a true miracle happened at the Holy Martyr Ilian's Orthodox Church, set on fire, but where somehow the ancient icons on the walls were unaffected by the flames, just slightly darkened. And in the Cathedral of the Holy Theotokos, considered the most famous Christian site in the city, also sustaining heavy damage, but managing to keep its most prized possession, a relic of the belt of the Theotokos, safe due to its solid construction and thick walls. There is a long road ahead for the rebuilding of this historic city and its residents. We will continue to keep you updated. And a new book edited by Samuel Noble and Alexander Traeger, The Orthodox Church in the Arab World, is garnering attention in Orthodox circles and helps make sense of the plight of Christians living in Arab countries today. As the book summary notes, Arabic was among the first languages in which the gospel was preached. The Book of Acts mentions Arabs as being present at the first Pentecost in Jerusalem, where they heard the Christian message in their native tongue. Nevertheless, it's sometimes assumed that in the wake of the Islamic conquests, Christianity in the Middle East declined drastically, leaving its original heartland devoid of any indigenous Christian presence. The translations in this new book show just how vibrant Arab Christianity has remained throughout history, producing Arabic, biblical commentaries, lives of saints, theological treatises, devotional poetry, and philosophy. As today's Arab Christians are driven from their homes, Orthodoxy's living connection to the places that have maintained Christian faith from the very beginning is now in serious danger of disappearing forever. The dire plight of Christians in the Middle East is one of the issues Pope Francis and Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew hope to address in their meeting in Jerusalem later this month. We'll be bringing you more coverage of that historic event next week. And that's it for This Week in Orthodoxy. For everyone here at the OCN studios, I'm Emmy Louveris. Let's go forth in peace.